Good Monday evening, football bettors. We have not one, but two NFL games going tonight. We have two of them, so that means I have to stay up late. I can't fall asleep like I did the Chiefs-Eagles game last night. But we have two Monday Night Football games, so we'll try to break those down before the first one kicks off. And I'll tell you right now, one book just moved the Houston Texans to 3. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the copy and paste theory happens throughout the whole show. So I am Raphael Esparza. Thank you for everyone that's watching Betting Outside the Box this Monday evening. Don't forget to check us out on Friday. Also at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a fun show on Fridays. We break down some college football, break down what we're doing for the weekend as well. So don't forget to check us out on Friday. We have a great show on that one. But let's talk about the guy next door. The guy that made us money yesterday. We cashed our doctor's order. We're looking for a 3P today. Detroit Lion Lenny, not Detroit Lenny, not the generous Lenny. I'm going to say the Detroit Lion Lenny. How are you doing this Monday?
Glorious. I feel really rested. I love early Lions victories. Like I knew at halftime. Here's when Lenny decided. I tell you, the moment in time when I decided I was going to get drunk was when Isaac Tesla, right before halftime, one arm grab, going down the sideline. Then the Lions hurry up, score. That's it. I knew it was over. Lions were going to score 50 bajillion points. I was nice home and in bed, early afternoon nap. It was perfect. Got up well rested for the morning. That's how you do it, boys.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad you won. But you cashed our ticket. I said you, yes. But I would say you. Yeah, you're part of the Detroit Lions. So I want to say thank you. But at the same time, I'm saying thank you to you. I'm going to give us some thank yous for some new members here over at Doc Sports. We have Mark. I'm going to butcher these last names. I apologize. But Mark Alamora, William Atkins, John Vasquez, Walt Nixon, John Dose Classic, Edison, and J. Day Cruz 88, and then Dalton. How are you doing this evening? Thank you for watching Dalton of the greatest Orioles, one of my favorite top 5 logos of all sports. So Dalton, thank you for watching. We have to have that one, best logo in sports, top 5. We have to have that. Really, that's not even close. It's just a D. It's just an old English D.
Classic over time. It was the same when your grandfather's grandfather watched baseball with a 3-fingered glove. It's timeless.
Oh my God. We might have to do that much quicker than suggested because I want to see what the people in the chat.
Yeah.
That might be my most overrated logo because it's just plain Jane. It's just boring.
What? That's like so you probably hate the Dodgers too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Dodgers logo. It's just LA. I mean, is it Los Angeles? Is it Louisiana? I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, which one is it? So, but
that's why we love this logo. It's so universal. Degenerate, Detroit, that way.
Did you do anything fun on Friday and Saturday? I know what you did yesterday. Did you do anything fun Friday and Saturday?
No, not a whole lot. I mean, Saturday, we had Doc's Daily in the morning, me and Griffin Murphy. That was huge success. We did some stuff Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, I had my youngest son. He's 13, his first football game of the year. So the game wasn't fun. They got blown out 54-0. But they have some fun. There's a lot of work to be done and progress to be made. So next week, I will be in I believe Fontana, California for a game because, Lenny loves a travel football team. So yeah, yay! After Friday's show, I'm hitting the highway, me and the boy, and we're gonna go play some football in California.
Hopefully, it's not bloodbath like 54-0. What? So the total be like what in the 60s, maybe?
I'm gonna set it at 52.5.
52.5. I'll bet it over.
And don't think that me and the other dads aren't in the stands prop betting. Okay, I mean we're degenerates.
Will you guys? Will this school score a touchdown? So do I need to put it over?
Well, there were a lot of special teams touchdowns, so that was like an easy bet. Will it be? Stuff like that.
All right. Well, that's we'll talk about that on Friday's show. About
exactly.
Junior high school betting prop bets segment of topic 2, but that'd be a Friday.
Know if that's legal.
But since we're talking about topics, let's hit topic 1. Let's do the weekend recap.
Let's get it.
You know what time it is? It's weekend recap time.
The weekend recap, always here on a Monday, always around the 6:10 mark or 5:10, wherever part of town or city you're watching. But Lenny, what was your weekend recap? What excited you over the weekend?
College football was really good this weekend. Not just in the bankroll, but just in general, there were good games, I thought. I was really into some college football. Sunday's games, we all know how my Lions games went. But other than that, it was pretty chill Saturday. Saturday's nice in Vegas. Like it was Saturday. I talked about what I did Saturday night. It was like 85 degrees, nice cool breeze. Saturday night lights. It was good weather in Vegas. So that's what gets me excited. The weather.
There was a couple of bad beats that I kind of thought were kind of funny. I'm like Penn State up 59-0 the whole game, and then they throw that junky touchdown at the end of the game, the backdoor cover, the 47 or whatever it was. I thought that was because a lot of money came in on Penn State because they didn't give up any touchdowns the week before. So I thought that was kind of a bad beat. A little bit shocked that Notre Dame lost again at home. Here's another team we were talking about defenses. We were talking about in the back before we came out. Pittsburgh Steelers defense, still shocking how poorly they look. And Notre Dame's defense and how poorly they look. They were at home and couldn't stop the run. But I'll give Notre Dame always struggles against mobile quarterbacks, and it's just proven all day on Saturday night. And Texas A&M made them pay for it. So I'm a little bit shocked on that one.
I think Texas A&M is really good. I think Notre Dame is good, but I think Texas A&M is really good. So I looked at that as more of Texas A&M went in there and said, "This is what we're going to do." That Oregon game you mentioned, or you didn't mention the Oregon game. I lost money there. Northwestern. Yeah. How do you let Northwestern score BS touchdowns in the fourth quarter, score 14 points when you're winning the whole game, basically up by 30, and then you don't cover in the last 5 minutes of the game because you're playing prevent defense? Why? I don't understand. Like, on the other hand, you got teams that are just running up the scores. And I thought Oregon would be able to call their number. I know Northwestern is a weird place to play, tough place, small place, but a little disappointed in Oregon.
Yeah, a little disappointed in USC. Granted, they had a long weather delay. Maybe that had to do without it, but
yeah,
they let Purdue score some points on them, which I didn't think they would be able to. So a little bit shocked at that. But Tennessee, how do you let Georgia go in your backyard and steal a game? Bad coaching, bad clock management on this one. That's going to haunt Tennessee all season long when they had Georgia on the ropes and then punched them away.
That was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
That was just a slugfest back and forth. Arch Manning did not look good.
No.
I didn't think
Boopers came out.
Right, yeah, it did not look good, and he's going to get a lot of the blame for this loss, and I don't really think it is his. I think very bad mismanagement of the clock there in Tennessee. I think that's more to blame in that loss than it was Arch Manning. But I heard people asking for DNA tests, and online I'm like, God, it was that bad. But there's a lot of hype behind that young man. A lot of hype. And he's young.
I'll throw a little wrench into the discussion. The Canelo Alvarez-Terrence Crawford was a really, really, really good fight. But I just think people who are probably not familiar with Terrence Bud Crawford, Nebraska-born, love how he praises Nebraska, love how he represents Nebraska every time he's in the ring. People know who he is now. His speed at his age, he's no spring chicken.
Yeah.
He's no spring chicken, but his speed over Canelo, and Canelo's getting up there as well. I think that's probably his last mega fight. Wouldn't shock me if he fights one of the Paul brothers next for another payday.
No, you think he's going to go that far?
I don't think it. I just don't think he has it anymore for these upper echelon fights like this Terrence Crawford. So I got to give Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I got to give Terrence Crawford all the love. I didn't think he would be able to take Canelo's power. And
Yeah.
his speed and defense, he didn't have to worry about Canelo's power. So hats off to Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Or I like to say Bud Crawford representing Nebraska. So finally somebody that hits hard in Nebraska because their football team doesn't hit hard in there. Sorry, Tony and Scott Spritzer. Sorry about that.
South Florida, too, is another one. So
I told you.
I was wrong on
told
South
you.
Florida. I told you. Remember, I told you I was high on South Florida. I really thought they were going to go in there and make some noise in Miami. And you can't. Is Miami's defense really that good?
They're good. I mean, they have a lot of transfer.
I guess I didn't see it. I didn't see it, or I haven't seen it. But this game right here, like, this is one of those. Miami made a statement.
Yeah, that was a big
notes,
statement.
Oregon. And Miami laid it down. So Miami's going to be a good. I think a look ahead. Like, I'm going to look at Miami as the year progresses.
Yeah. Well, yesterday in the NFL, 3 games go under. All the rest of them go over. And I'll say this live on the show. My premium play yesterday was a game that was a dead under because all they were doing were kicking field goals, Minnesota, Atlanta. So I had that game to go over the total. So complete dud on that game. I stopped watching at halftime because I knew I had no chance of cashing that over ticket. So I was able to catch up on some DVR, and I watched the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie because it got sent to me. So highly, highly recommend watching it when it hits the movie theaters. But that game had no chance of going over. Let's hit some people in the chat that are in here. Jim Imey's in there. He hopes your hangover is better
there.
now. So
it's getting there. After some coffee and a cheeseburger, it's better.
And then Stop Geo, who's always here. Good afternoon or good evening, Stop Geo. Thank you for always watching, and thank you always representing us in here. So you guys, thank you for. Don't forget to check out Friday's show at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we'll be talking a lot of college football and NFL throughout the weekend. So it should be a fun show. So check that out. Well, we know why people are watching us and then probably placing their bets right now. Because again, we have not 1 but 2 football games. Let's give the viewers maybe some possible leans that they can look at for these 2 Monday night games. Should be very interesting. We have a mediocre game, I think, in the first one. And then we have, I think, a surprisingly good one in the second one. If I had to I did do odds, who would have more points to game or second game. I think the Chargers-Raider game would have more points scored because I've really loved how Tampa Bay's defense looks so far. And I think Houston's defense is no joke on how they held their opponents their last game. But it's all about Baker Mayfield for me. Can he outshine C.J. Stroud, who's not having a sophomore slump? He may be having a junior slump because he did not look good his last game. And I love watching Baker play. I just don't understand why he doesn't get the respect that all these other quarterbacks. I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes or Stafford or these other MVPs, but all he does is win games and win division games.
Yeah. I don't see it. I think both these games are. I think the first game is going to be way better than the second game. I'm totally flipped with you on that. I think Lenny probably has a teaser with both of these games to go over. I mean, I really think Baker, Stroud, you could get a big play at any moment with those two guys. Any moment, at any point in the game. And I don't believe it with the Raiders. I don't believe it. I don't think their offense is very good. Honestly, I think this is going to be a very lopsided game for the Chargers. I know that the Raiders stadium will be up and live and all that, but I wouldn't be surprised that there are more Chargers fans than there were Raiders.
Yes. Yeah, I agree on a Charger fan being in there. It's just, I bet a whole bunch of Baker Mayfield prop bets. Ryan Godfrey, do we have any picks? I didn't play anything, Ryan, on a Doc's premium stuff, or I don't have a play on this one. The reason why I didn't play, I wanted to play the Buccaneers, but our release time, Ryan, was 2. And I wasn't going to take +2 when I knew today I can get a +3 and circa, and I think a couple offshore books have 3. So I didn't want to release a bad number because I knew the betting public will be all over the Houston. So if I was able to release a play, I would probably release Tampa Bay +3. I just think they have the better team on this one. But I agree. Don't forget the Chargers came to Las Vegas last year and beat them 34-20. Their offense was all over the place. And I like the way the new offensive coordinator is letting Justin Herbert play his game, use his legs when
be
needed.
French. Just let him be French. That's fine.
I like how he's doing, how he's controlling the offense, and it shows. So I think he has another big game with his arm and his legs. Maybe take a shot at Herbert as rushing yards and attempts. I think his legs, which we saw last week, that he's able to do both. I think the last offensive coordinator, they didn't let him do both. They just wanted him to stay in the pocket and throw around. I think they wanted him to be maybe. I'm not saying he is Josh Allen, but be kind of like Josh Allen. When you have a first down with your legs, take it. If you don't, use your arm or throw it away. So I think that's why I like his props on rushing attempts and rushing yards. But I agree with you. I think the Chargers win this one. I didn't want to take 3.5. I don't think it's going to drop down to 3. I think that's why I have no plan this one. But if it does drop down to 3, I might pull the trigger on the Chargers. But like I said, for Ryan that said, do I have anything? I don't. Like I said, I didn't want to release it at 2 when we released our play on Thursdays because I knew I could get a better number and I could just tell you on the air or do the free play on it and say, hey, this would have been probably a small play, Ryan, nothing big, but I would probably take the +3.
I love the Chargers team total. It's at, I think, 25.5. I think they put up 30. I really do. I wouldn't hate, like you said, Herbert's rushing attempts or a rushing touchdown because I think he's going to get one of those and get a little odds on that. I also like, what's his name, Bucky Irving from Tampa, anytime touchdown. That's about money. I think that's shop your lines. I got it at +105. I saw it at +100. I saw it at -105. It's around there. But I like Bucky Irving, not just the name, the player. I mean, it's a hell of a name.
I played his total rushing.
Baseball?
Yeah. I think like
Bucky Irving, he should be a baseball player.
Oh, yeah. He could probably steal a bunch of bases. I played his rushing and receiving yards, Bucky.
Okay.
It opened up at 80.5. I got it at 86.5. And right now I just checked. It's 88.5 over at DraftKings BetMGM. So I would still play it at 88.5. I probably wouldn't play anything higher, but I do see a couple books that have 86.5. So me and you, what we always tell the viewers, shop your lines. So I definitely look at that one. Manny Ramirez is in the chat. What up, guys? Thanks, Manny, for watching. It's definitely a hard number to put money on to make sense. It would lower unit play. I guess you are correct on that. I'm glad like Brian came in the chat and asked that question because people ask me all the time, like if I do a free play or if I'm on a show and then I'll get a DM, hey, you said you really like this play. How come you didn't release it and stuff like that? Because I didn't want to release a bad number. So many people, not just saying our organization docs, but so many other companies, they just release it just to release it. I want the best number.
Content for content.
Yeah, I want the best number. I'm not looking for me just to have a W. I'm looking for people to make money. And this Monday Night Football game is a perfect example. I knew the betting public would be all over Houston at home on Saturday and Sunday. So it went to 3. Now I'm going to probably take the +3. I wasn't going to take +2. So
yes, I do. Here, Manny. I do. I take a 25.5. Yeah, Raphael co-signs that. So boom, that always makes me feel good.
It was 24.5. It moved up to 25.5 because I think people are going to bet the over. Win shot now. ESPN Bet just moved it to 47.5, and one other book offshore just have it at 47. So if you can get the total at 46.5, or shop Lenny or Manny to get 24.5 total points. I would grab it now because I think it's the late game. People are going to bet the late game, favorite and over. So I would highly recommend on that one because I can see 26.5. If ESPN Bet and one book already has 47 and 47.5, I think a lot of other books are going to move that total. And when they move the total, they move the team totals as well. So I would hurry up and jump on that one. But I love that play, Lenny.
Yeah, I'm all over the Chargers props and team total because I don't think the Raiders are good. I really don't. I think they're going to have a really hard time here. But if they don't, and if they do or they don't, and they give the Chargers the game, that's just going to play into my props anyway. So
yeah. And I think this is a very good opportunity to live bet both games because the numbers are really close. It's not like a 7, 6, or 7 type of game. So I think live betting this one could be very profitable on that one. So I would highly recommend taking a shot at that. But it's a Monday, and I know a lot of people watched football all week long, but there's those boys in the summer are still playing, Lenny.
Oh, those guys. Them guys. Baseball guys.
It's really close to playoffs. The only reason why I mention this because me and you have been talking about the AL West since episode 1 of Betting Outside.
July.
And it is so fun to watch Seattle, Houston, and Texas just go toe to toe. I think one time Houston was in the lead, and me and you were like, "Oh, Seattle's done," and then here comes Texas, and then here comes Seattle. It's a 3-horse race, and I'm enjoying watching the AL West play baseball the last couple of weeks. I know no one else is watching it. I'm watching it. It's been fun to watch.
It's gonna like you can almost look away for a couple of days because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that race is going to come down to the wire, and it's going to be unfortunate for whoever finishes in that 3rd spot. But I think I still like Texas. You've
been at Texas' train. When they win the division, the whole show is going to be me talking to you praise about the Texas Rangers because you've been saying it probably since day one. So I will do a full show of betting outside the box, praising Detroit Lenny, talking about the Texas Rangers.
Right. I just think Houston's going to be the 3rd man out.
I agree.
Big
game for them tonight. Big game for them tonight.
Big game, yeah. And it's going to come down to the wire with a lot of these schedules and stuff like that. I mean, Houston, pull up their schedule real quick. It does not get easier. I know that. I mean, they have Texas. This series right here, this whole series is big. At home against Texas, then at home against Seattle. I mean, that's really where it's at. Next 7 days. God, Houston. This is where Houston falls off.
Yeah. Jim Ehrman wants to Herbert over 2-1 TD passes. I like 2+ TDs. I think you get plus money. I think he throws one, but I ain't laying minus 150. I think for 1.5 touchdown. So I would say maybe 2+ where you can try to get plus money. Because me and Lenny both like the over in this game. So I think I've been saying both quarterbacks have a pass happy game. So I think both quarterbacks throw touchdown passes. So that's probably a good play, Jimmy. I agree on that one. So we did a little baseball talk. We did a little NFL talk. We did a little college football talk. I snuck in some boxing talk in it because I really enjoyed the undercards and the boxing matches too. But it's all about, can we hit 4 straight? Doctor's orders.
No pressure.
No pressure on it. Here we go. I said it early. I gave you guys a sneak peek. You have plenty of time to bet this. Baker Mayfield's over 3.5 rushing attempts. I really like this because I think if he wants to extend plays, he's going to have to use his feet to get first downs. He's hit this one in 3 straight games. Hit it last week, having over, I think he had 6 rushing attempts. I think Baker Mayfield wins this game with his arm and his legs. I think looking at his rushing yards as well, but I really like Baker Mayfield's rushing attempts. And don't forget, kneel downs count for rushing attempts. So when Tampa Bay's closing out the game with a victory, if he kneels down, that is a rushing attempt, people. So
I'll take 3 in a row. I'll take 3 in a row, and I'll get 1 along the way.
Yeah, 3. That might hurt my rushing yard because I have a prop bet as over rushing yards.
Yeah.
But
wow.
I
really think he could get long. I like his longest side note. Like I like some of his rushing props, like his longest rush attempt.
Yes.
I think that or something like that. I mean, I think he's gonna get his. And he's Baker's Brett Favre reincarnated.
A shorter version of Brett Favre. He's a tiny guy.
Yeah, he is a little fella. Got it locked in. 1.5 units on the plate. It's pretty sharp angle since the Raiders are kind of bad at press. Herbert over. Yeah,
Herbert over. So that's our doctor's orders. That's hopefully we'll go 3 or 4 straight with doctor's order. I forget what our record is. I think we're at 10 out of our last 16. so far for a doctor's order. So we could still lose 4 straight and be 50%. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but hopefully we can cash this one. So hopefully we can come in looking at Friday's show at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, trying to go for 5 straight W's on doctor's orders. But
no pressure.
Before we go, Lenny, what can they get over at Doc Sports?
They can get a free $60 account. Link is in the description of the video. If you haven't already, head over to docsports.com/free60. You can get a $60 account. You can use that on any package or person, a day package, week pass, anything you want over there. Free $60 account. It's basically like same as cash. Raphael's premium plays. That guy right there. His picks are available there. You can use that 60 against that. Anything you want. Links in the description of the video. Raphael's premium picks. There's a link to his page in the video. Give the brother some love. Sharpest guy I know. Hardest working man in show business. James Brown ain't got nothing on Raphael.
I still got one more show after this. So
see what I mean? See what I mean? I'm napping on Sundays. He's working.
Yeah, I am working on Sundays. I had to do WrestlePalooza betting odds on Sunday while you were sleeping. So that's what I was doing. But thank you for everyone watching. We had some new people in the chat today. Thank you for watching. Had some great questions in the chat. I want to say thank you for everyone that's been watching, everyone that's been in the chat. You guys all make this show. I love to do this show because of the chat. I think we get so many different questions out there. So I want to thank you guys who watch this show. So I am Raphael Esparza. That is Detroit Lenny. You guys all have a fantastic Monday, a fantastic, not one, but 2 Monday Night Football games. Have a great evening. Stay safe. And please don't bet what you don't have.
We'll be back Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Tune in.
Bud.
No, I just want to make sure, because a lot of new guys in the chat, like you said.
I agree.
We're here Monday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Rain, shine, natural disaster pending. Good luck unless you're against us. Take care, folks.